What's going on, guys? So it's here, and I want to do a quick video for you guys. I know I said I was going to get some Bungie bullshit videos out, but I got the rest of tonight off and tomorrow off, so I want to get a video out before I actually have to do shit tomorrow that is going to take up all my time to do. So let me get this video done real quick tonight, because this is going to be a quick video. Earlier, a couple weeks ago, or last month, or a month before that, I did a live stream to where I played Ascension with no power, and I proved it by turning the power on around 50. For those of you that were there to see that, don't forget to leave this video a like to show that you actually were there and actually saw me turn the power on around 50. Now, what we're going to do today is actually show you my Gobble Gum setup and explain everything about the Gobble Gums that is actually going to help you accomplish this. And if you're a good enough zombie player and you got those good zombie slayers as your friends and you guys want to do this in multiplayer, I will actually show you a secondary Gobble Gum that you want at least one or two other people using if you're doing multiplayer. Now, it's not going to be too different from this, but there is going to be a little change up between some of the Gobble Gums. So let's get right into this. Gobble Gums. And let's do this. We're going to start out with, this one's going to be multiplayer, this one's going to be solo. Ascension no power 2. And we're going to customize Gobble Gum packs so you can actually see them more like open and everything. Now, let's start out with wall power. Wall power auto activates on your next wall buy gun purchase. The next gun bought off the wall comes a pack-a-punched. Well, they messed up on that. It's supposed to be becomes pack-a-punched. Now, what this does is basically for those of you that complain about not having ammo on a high round, complain about not having any good guns on a high round, complain about all this stupid shit about that relates ammo. Now, this is actually going to help you. This and that purple Gobble Gum are going to go hand in hand. So, let's get right into it. Wall power. For those of you that complain about not having any guns, always buy a gun off the wall. If you want to be a good zombies player, always have one gun off the wall and one or two other guns from the box. You always want to have a wall gun because you will always have ammo to buy. So, you have nothing to complain about. For those of you that have good rape train spots, find a rape train spot that you like, that you love running on Ascension, and find a gun that's easily accessible that you can use without going down. If you find that good spot in that one gun, grab this Gobble Gum, and then grab that gun off the wall. It will instantly become Pack-a-Punch. You don't need to use the Pack-a-Punch to Pack-a-Punch that gun off the wall, because you got this Gobble Gum. Now, moving on to Perkaholic. You want to get this as soon as possible, so every time the round starts up and it says 0 points for Gobble Gum, hit that machine every chance you get, and try to get this Gobble Gum. If you don't get this, let it run out. You don't want anything else at this point. You want to wait. So keep hitting that Gobble Gum machine at the beginning of every round until you get this. Now, moving on to crate power. This thing is actually more tedious to use, and it's going to be more annoying to use, because what this says is auto activates next time you take a gun from the magic box. The next gun taken from the magic box becomes pack-a-punched, which means if you have this Gobble Gum and you grab a gun out the box, it's gone. It's auto activated, it's gone. That gun that you grab is pack-a-punched. If you get a gun out the box that you don't like, let it go back down, sacrifice that 950 points to get a respin at the box and try to get that gun that you need. This is going to be tedious because sometimes that mystery box is a big troll and it doesn't want to give you what you need. So what you're going to do is actually just through the rounds keep accumulating points and trying to get what you want out of that box. For me, in my case, Thunder Gun or Draken. Those are my preferences. And grab the gun out the box and it'll be instantly Pack-a-Punch, which in turn, you don't need the Pack-a-Punch machine. So, wall power, crate power, you got two guns. No Pack-a-Punch machine used. No power needed. Perkaholic, all your perks. No power needed. So instantly, right there, no power needed for any of that. Let's move on to Bullet Boost. Bullet Boost is going to go hand in hand with, depending on if you have a Thunder Gun or not, or a Wonder Weapon or not, it's going to go hand in hand with crate power and wall power. Preferably wall power first. What you're going to want to do with Bullet Boost is try to get either Blast Furnace, preferably Deadwire. Deadwire's the best. Blast Furnace, Deadwire, or in some people's cases, because they love it, Fireworks. Now, Thunderwall is the one, so don't try to get that. If you get it, you reuse this and try to get something better. Now, preferably in my case, I use Deadwire because it reactivates and you get better activations and better chances at activation on Deadwire. And it is the best one to use by far because it stops zombies in their tracks and they can't hit you the moment they get zapped. So, it's the best one by far. But you're going to have to get lucky with this because this gives you random re-pack-a-punched elemental types to your guns. So, what you're going to want to do for your wall weapon, once when you get it off the wall and pack-a-punched, what you're going to want to do is go for this Gobble Gum and try to get Deadwire or Blast Furnace on your gun. If you get Blast Furnace first and you don't want to use this again, Blast Furnace is second best to Deadwire, so you'll be set with that. So again, you won't need to re-pack-a-punch your guns in the pack-a-punch machine because you have bullet boost. So right now, power and pack-a-punch is obsolete. So are the perk machines. They're obsolete. You got the whole map in all 4 Gobble Gums right here. Now, let's move on to Power Vac. This thing is beastly. Like, honestly, if you know how to use this Gobble Gum and you know how to do what this Gobble Gum does correctly, it is your best friend. If you don't, it is going to be completely useless to you. For example, what I mean by useless is the fact that people always, whenever this thing drops a nuke, people will always do the scrub move and run up and grab the nuke instantly, and then every power up that drops, which is really, really wasteful of this Gobble Gum. Because on Ascension, this thing has the ability to drop death machines, insta-kills, nukes, carpenters, and fire sales if the box has been moved. If the box has not been moved, it will not drop fire sales. Actually, or maybe it will. I can't remember. That was a while ago. So you can test that on your own if you want. Now, honestly, if this thing drops carpenters and nukes, don't grab carpenters and nukes unless it's inevitable and it's going to drop on you or it's in the way of something you desperately need. Now, what I do with this in spawn, right when you start the game up and it lowers you down into spawn, to your right is a metal wall. To your left is another wall that has a gun on it. Whenever I get this Gobble Gum, I literally went from round 35 all the way to round 50 with nothing but power-ups, insta-kills, well, basically death machines and insta-kills. That's all I used. Unless my Shiva was pack-a-punched with Deadwire, I grabbed the insta-kills and I sat back until I got a death machine and then I grabbed that again. Basically, what you want to do, whenever you get this Gobble Gum, if your power is off, you will never have a monkey round. So this will last for 5 zombie rounds. Because it registers the map registers a monkey round as an alternate round that the Gobble Gum does not activate for. So because that there is no monkeys, it's registering, it's glitched out. It's registering that there is a monkey round, but there isn't. That's why there's 5 or 4 activations on this thing. Well, depending on the map, it says lasts for 4 full rounds, but depending on the map, it's 3, 4, or 5. On Ascension, it's glitched out, so it's 5. So what you want to do is whenever you get a death machine, camp in if you're running in spawn. As for any other spot, I don't know right now. I'll test it out in another video for you if you want me to. Comment down below if you want me to. But in spawn, what I do is every time I get a death machine, I immediately kill everything I'm rape trading behind, and I go over to that right metal wall, and I literally sit in the corner, right where that red telephone is. I sit in that corner, facing the drop point of where that spinning dildo is in the center of the room, and I literally shoot the death machine straight forward. Because that's where all the zombies come in. They all funnel in that straight line right there. If you have the bottom door open, you may have to tilt your joystick over to the left a little bit, not much, to kill the zombies running in from the bottom door. But if you have that bottom door shut, all you got to do is keep shooting where the zombies drop down and just aim right there. Because the zombies that come around the corner, when they turn that corner, they are literally running in your line of fire and getting killed. So if you grab an insta-kill and you use a death machine, you will literally be getting power up, 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 constantly. So you can keep grabbing max ammos, you can keep grabbing the insta-kills, ignore the carpenters and the nukes. They will prolong the game, and, well, the carpenters will prolong the round, and the nukes will literally waste this Gobble Gum. Because the nukes do not drop power-ups. it doesn't drop the power-ups. It doesn't work with the Gobble Gum. And it's completely useless because what use is grabbing a nuke and then an insta-kill if you got nothing to kill? Like, think about it. It's common sense. So this is really a good setup because wall power, pack-a-punches your gun off the wall without pack-a-punch machine. Perkaholic, you don't need the power on to grab your perks. Crate power, pack-a-punches your gun from the crate without even using the pack-a-punch machine. Bullet boost, repack-a-punches your gun to get that elemental type on your gun that you need via the pack-a-punch machine without using the pack-a-punch machine. Power Vac allows you to literally get through the rounds hella quick and without using your guns if you get the death machines and abuse it like I abused it. So this is a good setup for literally solo, or if you're playing with multiplayer, this is one of the setups that somebody needs to have. If you're playing on, let me go back into it, customized Gobble Gum, no, that one right there. If you're playing with multiplayer people, the only difference, and you can tell the difference, is just one Gobble Gum. You want to have someone running near-death experience. Now, the thing is, the trick is between near-death experience and Power Vac, these two, I'll tell you a little secret about getting these every round. Well, just about almost every round. Now, with near-death experience, it's really overpowered if you think about it the way I think about it. Literally, near-death experience is based on distance you are from the other player. So literally, and I'm not lying about this, literally, you can be in spawn at that window on the bottom of spawn across the room to the right. Once when you lower down into spawn, there's a window straight ahead of you on the other side of the room. Literally walk up against that window, have someone go down on the opposite side of that wall, which is where Pack-a-Punch Machine is, and literally crawl into the corner of Pack-a-Punch Machine. You will revive them because it's based on radius and distance from the other player that you are. I've tested this on the Giant. Literally, someone was down in spawn. I didn't have to run into the spawn room to revive him. I just had to stand on the opposite side of the wall and I could get him up. It's freaking overpowered as hell if you know how to use it. So as long as one or two people are running near-death experience in your fire team on multiplayer, you guys will always keep your perks for Perkaholic. Now, the same thing for this next thing I'm going to tell you about Power Vac and Near Death goes for both Gobble Gums. What you're going to want to do is literally, you're going to want to do this every round. Once when your Near Death experience is about to run out, because say you lose these two Gobble Gums, one of these two Gobble Gums on round 5, and during round 5 you don't have it. On round 5, hit that machine up as much as you can to try to get that thing again. Because the more you hit the Gobble Gum machine up, the better chances you have of getting that Gobble Gum that round. It increases your chances. It's like common sense. Now, I want to move on to Ascension No Pack-a-Punch Alt. There's only one difference between these three, and that's basically Phoenix Up. If you don't have near-death experience, which I know most people don't, Phoenix Up works just as fine. Except the only problem to that is it only has one activation. So you're going to have to be hitting that Gobble Gum machine up as much as possible, as much as you can every round whenever you use this. So it's going to be like your crutch. It's going to be your crutch and it's going to be your downfall. So as much as you can, try to get near-death experience. And if you guys want to keep your Gobble Gums and you guys don't make it to the round that you want, and you don't mind the round not being recorded on the leaderboards, what you want to do is dashboard. Literally hold down your PlayStation button and literally close the application real quick as fast as you can. That's what you want to do. That's how you dashboard real quick and you keep your Gobble Gums. Not many people know about that, but there you go. You know that now. So I hope this video has helped you guys out. I hope you guys make all the rounds that you want on Ascension, and if you guys make it to a high round, comment down below on what round you made it to doing this strategy, and I'll be sure to leave your comment a heart if I get back to your comment, alright? I'll leave your comment a like and a heart if I see it, alright? As always, stay in school, don't do drugs. Peace out. Another Bungie bullshit will be coming on the way when I get the chance. So please bear with me, guys.